felt the pull of your passion calling you away from the familiar path? Everyone has a passion or something that they really care about, but very few of us actually pursue that passion actively in our everyday lives. I've had a lot of conversations with people about this topic over the past few years, and the common thread in all of their stories is that they don't believe that they can achieve their dreams or follow their passions, or they're really afraid of what other people are going to think if they do take that leap of faith. When you start out on the journey of following your passions, you are inevitably faced out from other people. What I've learned in my experience is that by cultivating self-assurance, you're able to put other people's opinions to the side and follow your dreams and your passions that are important to who you are. I'd like to share with you all today my story of transitioning from the finance industry into fashion, and the valuable lesson that I've learned about how to create confidence and continue to build that confidence as you face adversities. So I grew up in regional Victoria on a farm, and I had always been quite an all-rounder, both good at academics and good at creative subjects. But as I reached the later years of my schooling, I realised that I really wanted a creative career, specifically in fashion design. A lot of people around me didn't believe that I could do that. It wasn't something that was common, especially in a regional community, somebody who went into a creative field. But I decided that it wasn't really something that I was able to pursue at that time due to the doubt that surrounded me. I did what most people do, and I chose to go down a path that I thought was safe, and I ended up going into accounting. I worked in an accounting firm. I did tax returns and financials every single day for about 3 years until I hit that breaking point, and I just could not do it anymore. Couldn't do it anymore. So I ended up quitting my job, and within a few months I applied to do a Bachelor of Fashion Design in Melbourne, in the city. I ended up getting in, and I promised myself that I would see through the entire qualification and see where I would end up. A lot of people didn't approve of that switch, going from accounting to fashion. I got told I was crazy many times, but I decided to stick with it. I ended up graduating a few years ago with bachelor and postgraduate qualifications in design and fashion. In my final year of study, I launched Aure Lua, which is a luxury women's wear brand, and I officially launched the label in 2022. Since following my passion and launching that fashion brand, I've been given opportunities all around the world. I've been invited to show my brand at London, Paris and New York Fashion Weeks, and I've also been offered the opportunity to pitch to one of Europe's largest online fashion retailers. I would like to say to anybody who is facing this problem at the moment, just to take that initial first step. Making that decision to enrol in that course was the best decision that I'd ever made in my life. And if you had told me 5 years ago that it would have resulted in me being invited overseas to London and Paris, I wouldn't have believed you, and I'm certain a lot of people wouldn't have believed that either. When we doubt ourselves, we let other people around us and our external factors decide our path and where we're going to go in life. If we can find it in ourselves to create a strong level of self-assurance, we're able to follow our passions and our dreams without letting those things affect what we want to do. We end up choosing for us. Reframing your thinking can help you get to this level of self-assurance. I want to share with you a really simple technique that I've learned over the past couple of years, and something that I still do to this day whenever I feel like I'm facing something that I can't get through. This is particularly important when you're chasing your dreams or you are following that passion. When you face an adversity, you don't want it to affect your confidence. You want to be able to move through it so that you can keep going. And it really is as simple as, when you get to that roadblock and you feel like you can't go any further, writing down a list of positives and negatives. It's really important, if we feel like we've failed or that we're not doing as well as we maybe expected that we would, that we acknowledge those feelings. We acknowledge maybe not feeling good enough, but then solely focusing on the positives. What did you learn from that experience? What have you learned from being in that position? And from that, developing an action plan of how we can move forward and how we can continue moving forward. Focusing our energy in this area enables us to keep moving through our life and towards our passion with confidence. We build our confidence as we go through challenges rather than letting it affect who we are. A lot of people do things the other way around, and they start out with a lot of confidence and they think, yes, I'm going to pursue this passion. They get to 2, 3, 4 roadblocks and all of a sudden they want to give up because it's too hard. We don't want to do that. So making a habit of reframing your mind in this way can really help you strive for the life you want and the career life path that you want, and not let other people affect where you want to go in life. So if you're sitting there with a dream, or you're sitting there listening to me speak and there's something that you would like to pursue, I want you to know that you absolutely should take that first leap of faith. You never know where it can lead you. If you can reframe looking at obstacles and seeing them as stepping stones to continue your journey, you're going to be able to achieve your dreams a lot quicker, and you're going to be able to set out and achieve that passion and live a fulfilling life for yourself. Thank you so much for having me.